I'm just gonna talk to myself a little bit to try to move the energy. I'm moving from bliss into, I don't know how to even word it, like discomfort, I guess. And I know what it is. I know it's expansion. I know I'm releasing old layers. This morning I could feel where I was still holding on to resentment. And now I can feel actually what's making me feeling shitty right now as I'm recording this is shame about things that went wrong and blaming myself. I've been taking care of dogs in this house and taking care of the house as well. And it's been very, very hot the last few days, or week actually. So I've been opening all the doors and windows to try to get as much fresh air in as possible. And once I walked back into the living room and there was a statue that was in the windowsill that had fallen off. And it turns out to be a collector's item of the owners of the house and the dogs, and it broke. And I then took a picture and I wanted to send it to them immediately. And then I thought, let them enjoy their holiday. I will tell it when they are back. So I forgot about it. But this morning, I was getting ready to go to the garden, the farm, where I've been helping during the day. Because watching dogs here all day is kind of, well, when they're chill, they're chill. And I like to go and help some other people out. It's beautiful to see how much love there goes in the fruits and veggies that they are growing. It's really nice. And it's really nice to be part of the team. So I've been enjoying going there. And so this morning I was ready to leave. And then I got a message from the owner if I could please wait for a parcel that should be delivered anywhere between now and at that time. I think it was 9 o'clock, 9:30 and 7 o'clock tonight. So I thought, oh, here I go, waiting all day for a parcel. Like if they come early, that's great. But if they really come at 7 o'clock, I used to find waiting for parcels difficult because I get so anxious that I miss it, that I barely dare to go to the toilet or whatever. But I also decided, no, it's fair enough. I want to wait for it. I will make sure that I'm here. And then if I have time, I will go to the farm later today. But that also brought me back in some sort of conflict that I remember from when I was a child, when I tried to do everything nice for everybody because I just love everyone. And then, I try to make sure that the dogs and I don't get cooked in the slow cooker of a house by opening the windows. I like to spend enough time with them, but I also like to help out my friends. And now I want to be here for the dog owners to receive the parcel. And somehow everything gets fucked up. Like the statue breaks. I can't help today. And it's okay. Nobody is blaming me. I decided today when we were talking about me waiting for the parcel, like, okay, I might just as well also tell them that this thing has broken. I don't know, maybe they can buy something on their travel. Maybe they go back where they got it from. It might be nice timing for them to know it now. And I guess this relates to the heavy feeling that I've had for a long time, not wanting to get up in the morning. And I've been aware that came into my awareness yesterday when I was reflecting on why is it that every morning a part of me thinks, oh no, I don't want to start the day again. And this is exactly why. Because no matter how hard I try, and no matter how much love and care I put in everything I do, things go wrong. The first time when I was here pet sitting, I decided to clean the house. And they have a vacuum cleaner. And they have two different beaks for the vacuum cleaner, one for the wooden floor and one for the stone floor. So I decided to very well use the wooden one for the wooden floor and the other one for the stone, for the kitchen tiles. And somehow, I don't know, there was a little piece of sand or a little tiny stone on the wooden floor. And so I was, and then scratch in the wood. Oh, shit. So I tried to... to clean and to make the house nice, and then there was this scratch that I couldn't try to make it disappear. It was really there. So first thing when they come home, it's like, okay guys, I'm sorry, but there is a scratch in your floor. And I think once I was looking for a ball and it was high up in a cabinet. So I took out the ball and turned out there was something in it and it fell out and it broke. And it's like, the harder I try to, it's not even a mistake, like to avoid accidents, the more they seem to happen. Or I'm not even like this cleaning the house, I'm not even aware that this kind of accidents can happen, and then it happens, and then you know. And I realize this is why a part of me doesn't want to get up in the morning, because it's afraid, like, oh, I don't want to go out again and give my best to life and then just get punished for all the things that accidentally went wrong. And nobody is punishing me. These guys are amazing, and they've been really kind to me when I showed them the scratch and the stuff that was broken. So it's a childhood fear of punishment, but it still lingers within my system, like, oh, I don't want to go out again. I don't want to be blamed again. I don't want to open up in this world with my heart open and my soul ready to shine, just to be like, bang, 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 told off of everything I did wrong. Like, rather than people celebrating the 90% that's going well, just picking apart the part of me that are imperfect, and just focusing only on that. So I guess today is a beautiful day to sit with that and to acknowledge, oh, I see you. And I understand that you want to prevent this feeling of people being angry at you or people being disappointed. And I understand that you try to avoid it and try to escape it. And I will be here for you to love you. So when the world gets angry or disappointed, and I also understand if someone breaks something that I really am careful of, I could also be disappointed. Like, it would be no problem. And there can be disappointment too. So I also want to allow people to feel whatever it is that they are feeling, to be disappointed, to be angry, because that's also what it is to be human, to be able to feel whatever it is that you're feeling and to let the waves come and go. So in the end, hopefully, we can return back to a state of peace and forgiveness. So I thought my parcel was coming, but it's not. So it's beautiful, actually, how all these little things happen today. Like yesterday, I started to reflect, why do I not want to get up? And today, all these tiny little things happen, and they make me aware, this is the reason. And I can carry myself through the discomfort of the, I don't know, maybe the disappointment of the world with me, or anger, or whatever comes to me. I can deal with it. My self-love can be big enough to navigate whatever it brings up. If people, or if something goes wrong, whether people are angry about it or not. Like right now, nobody else is angry. It just triggers all this shit within me. So I'm going to allow this layer to open up and all the suppressed feelings. But as a child, these kind of feelings really would have been too much for me to handle. Really way too much to handle. Like, oh my God, and now I cannot hide anywhere and nobody loves me anymore. And it's like I want to disappear into myself. I want to crawl in a ball and disappear within myself. And now I notice, oh yeah, it's still not comfortable, but I am a very kind grown up for myself now, and I can help my inner child to stay present and to move through it. And to watch what happens, see what happens. Don't jump into panic mode. Don't jump into freak out mode. Don't run. Just allow things to settle again. If people feel stuff, let them feel their things and stay present. Stay present. So I'm not going to hide again. I'm going to keep showing up in life, and I'm going to figure out that I can deal with these emotions that once were too big. And then another thing that I was feeling this morning, this more joyful aspect of myself, is where I'm still holding on to resentment and anger myself towards others for things that, like the people that have hurt me, or you know, when I did give something from love and then people rejected it or didn't like it, and then it came out of love, but now it's like, oh, it's so stupid. And I realized, oh, that's kind of a shame, because I would like to move into really, really, really unconditional giving. And a lot of me is unconditional, but there is a part of me still that is hurt. It's hurt because people rejected this love, and it's like it's going into I don't know what. And I realized, if I want to ascend, if I want to move into the world where we all can live together and everybody feels safe to make mistakes and to try to create things. And if you're creating new stuff, you're obviously creating something new, so you've not done it before, and it might go wrong because you don't know the outcome yet. You'll have to do it, and then you'll see what you get, and from there you can learn and you can create something new. But sometimes an outcome might be really terrible. It's even if you start cooking with other ingredients and it's like, oh, I think this can work, this could be nice, and then you go for it, and sometimes it's a masterpiece and sometimes it's a master mess. You're like, oh, okay, now and then. But you take from that experience and you learn how to cook. But then again, if you've mastered something, you like something, it's first of all very difficult to exactly recreate it. And second, if you would recreate it all the time, at some point it gets boring. And it's like, yeah, let's try something else. Let's try. And then again, you wander off in this territory where things might either turn out great or it might turn out not so good. And I guess this is true for everything in life, to have the courage to create again and to be willing for things to not work out. And now I'm completely lost in how I got here suddenly, because I was talking about this resentment within me. But anyway, oh yeah, this is the kind of world I wish to move into, where we dare to create, be creative, and where it's okay to make mistakes. And we can release this fear of stuff going wrong, because I guess this is the biggest creativity killer ever. The fear of stuff not being perfect. If you're going to be creative and you're going to try new stuff, things are not going to be perfect, and they're not meant to be perfect. I guess it's just maybe meant to be fun, having fun trying it and winging it. And that's where masterpieces are born, I guess. All the geniuses, they came up with new stuff because they did fail many times. So if we're not willing to take that risk, we will never really be extraordinary. We will always be stuck in the same. And it's safe, but there is no life, there is no progress, there is no evolution. So I also realized I have work to do on my part to create that world. And that is also to give other people the chance to make mistakes, or the chance to be angry with me, or the chance to not receive something yet, and give them time to sit with it, or to fight against stuff, and to slowly warm up for things, and then to later think, I was so resistant before, but now actually it's kind of interesting what that person told me. Because I too am the person that can reject what is given to me, think, oh no, I know everything very well and you don't need to tell me blah, blah, blah. And to see years later, oh my God, they were so right. And I was so not ready to hear my hair. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna use this free day that I'm given of not working in the garden to reflect on this a little bit, and to travel through these uncomfortable feelings. And our layers, actually, they feel like layers, and to just allow them to open up, to come up, to witness it all, like, oh yeah, I feel that feeling, not comfortable, but I can let it be. I don't have to avoid it or escape it by blocking it again and suppressing it again. I can let it open up and keep breathing, and then at some point it just evaporates, it just dissolves. If I don't create a story around it, or if I don't make a drama, if I just feel and I stay present. For example, now, I broke that thing, and I think the dog owner is a little bit disappointed about it, and that is okay. And I can stay present with that feeling. I can feel how it makes me feel, and I can allow him to find peace with it, and I can allow myself to find peace with it. And maybe this is also how we are learning to eventually co-create and live together again, and giving ourselves and each other some slack, and allowing ourselves and each other to try stuff, to fuck up, to make mistakes, to say sorry, to be angry, and to, at the end of the day, come back to a place of understanding, forgiveness, harmony, peace. So I'm gonna stop talking right now, because I'm just touching the surface. But the real magic happens when I'm in silence and I'm just present with the feeling. And I can't be present with the feeling and talking about it in the same time. Or maybe I can, but it's uncomfortable. So I'm going to give myself the gift of space and silence, to travel inside and to be curious and to wonder and to see how everything is going to unfold. And to just allow the discomfort to be uncomfortable. But also it's so cool to have the choice to let go of resentment and to choose to be this kind, bubbly, fresh water again, and to be like, oh yeah, it's okay. Never mind. I like to focus on becoming the person that I would like to be and that I would like to meet in the world. So how can I become the person that I would like other people to be? Because it starts with me. I can wait for others to change, but I've got the key. So, then there are really some uncomfortable waves now coming in, like, whew. Yeah. Talking about it is still kind of fun. But now I'm feeling it. Yeah. You have. Yeah. And I guess this is where the real mastery starts. It's not to be able to verbalize everything very well and to like kind of look in myself and say, oh, I can see that's there and that's there and that's there, and then give you a full recap of everything that's there. But finding ways, like if all these boxes of Pandora are opening up and everything that's there and that I could witness now starts to move through my system, how can I really allow that to happen? How can I really allow it to move through me? So how can I truly embrace it, not to accept it just as a part outside of myself and something that I distant myself from almost, but really like, and now I'm becoming one with it is kind of, yeah, maybe I'm willing to fully merge with this wave, with this feeling, with this, to say, okay, this too, yes, I embrace you, you're welcome within me. This feeling, I welcome it too. This energy, I welcome it too. Because that's the place where the transformation eventually happens. Because as long as you're still looking to the energy, but you're not connected to it, it's not changing. But when you allow that energy to move, so you really feel it, that's where, and you really acknowledge it and you really own it, that's where you can start to transform it. So you're not going to get rid of it, but in claiming it, in owning it, it's also, I realized again this morning, this is where your power is. Your power is in this uncomfortable feelings. This is energy that if you're not willing to feel it and you're just looking at it, it's kind of like you're disconnected from your power. You're disconnected from yourself. Whereas if you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to reconnect with this. I'm going to reconnect with this energy. I'm going to claim it again. Now I feel the very uncomfortable feelings. But in feeling it, it can, it can change. I keep going around and around in circles. This morning it was so clear in my head. So beautifully clear. And I thought, I should make a podcast about it. And then I thought, no, I'm going to travel more. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is podcast day. And this is also part of the journey, like the messiness. I can feel stuff, it's clear, and then it's messy again. And sometimes there is first awareness, like seeing it, and then comes the part of embodying it. That's always the difficult part. Like the awareness part, the seeing it is kind of fun because you don't feel it. But when you start to embody it, It's actually also kind of fun, but in a different way, because that's where the energy starts to truly shift. That's where the magic really happens, where you're not just describing a narrative of what is, but you're changing the narrative of what will be. You're creating, you're mastering, you're alchemizing. So this is kind of what alchemizing looks like for me right now. Whew. Ugh. Yeah, burping. And sometimes I really need to move. Well, sometimes, often. Sound, move. There to allow this ugliness, or what we deem to be ugly, welcome these parts back in so they can come back to life. Saying, yes, you're welcome with me. I love you. Come. I'm willing to feel and transform your pain. Bring it in. Bring it on. And I think there is no way around this. There is no pretty way of doing it. There is no thinking yourself out of it. There is only this moving through it. And embracing yourself with grace and welcoming the difficult parts with grace. Because it's easy to love what's already happy, but what do you do with the parts that feel difficult? Are you abandoning them? Are you neglecting them, rejecting them, or are you loving them so they too can finally change? This is the key to liberation. This is the key to freedom. This is the key to joy. This is the key to happiness. It doesn't just fall from heaven. You've got to work for it. You've got to be willing to own your shit and your greatness. And this morning, it's another funny thing. Like, for example, this is resentment and certain anger. It's been within me for a long time, and I didn't know it was there. I discovered it very, very, very deep in my belly. And then I realized, just to create compost out of shit and leaves, it takes also time. First of all, you need to be willing to own it, to not throw it over the fence into your neighbor's garden, but own your shit. Own also the part of you that have been dying, but own your anger, your frustration, the pain, the bitterness, the things that you just don't know yet how to transform it back into unconditional love. You want to be unconditional love, but you just can't do it yet. That's what I call your shit. What's my shit? So I owned this anger, and I was like, I'm not going to pretend to not be that. I'm not going to pretend to be unconditional love here. Right here, I'm unconditionally loving myself, and I'm unconditionally loving the fact that certain pain still runs so deep that I just did not know yet how to say truly, truly, honestly, how to be okay with it. How to not just say, oh, that's okay, but I'm just denying my feelings. It's really like, oh, it hurts so bad, and it is okay. Because I think it's only going to be okay if you can really acknowledge what it feels like. Oh, it hurts so bad, and it is okay. Oh, it hurts that someone else is angry with me, and I can deal with that feeling within myself, and it's okay that the other person is angry with me. I want to give other people the freedom to feel whatever it is that they're feeling. So no matter how much it's hurting me, it is also okay. I can carry this hurt. I can transform the hurt. I can love the hurt. Maybe that's the thing. And this morning I realized, just like turning compost, sometimes it just takes also time. You can't force it. This anger or this pain, it needs time to decompose. It needs time to slowly, slowly, slowly become very rich soil, nutrition for new life. So I'm also right now transforming this old pain, deep wounds into rich compost, which is full of compassion and understanding. Because I felt this huge pain as a child that I had no idea how to deal with. And it's been like transforming and slow. It's been sitting with me for such a long time. Now I can transform this old stuff into rich compost. And I can give other people and myself the space to just be honest and real and to feel things as they are. There is no need to sugarcoat it. There is no need to hide whatever is. If you're angry, you're allowed to be angry. And yes, it can hurt me. And it's completely okay, because I trust we'll get out the storm the other end. So it's also okay that certain things take time and that you can't rush yourself. You can't figure out something in the morning and then think yourself out of it and fix the problem by the end of the day. Certain things really, really, really need time to heal. And maybe loving awareness or loving presence or a willingness to allow it to move, to allow it to change, to say, okay, I am willing to transform this bitterness. I'm willing to let go of this state of being that I've been holding on to for so long. I'm willing to soften. I'm willing to open up again. I'm willing to forgive. I'm willing to forgive. I want to offer the grace of forgiveness. True, full forgiveness. Unconditional, like really not that there is still some lingering. No, I really, really, really want to be able to offer people full forgiveness. And I noticed that also this forgiving is a journey that I keep moving deeper and deeper into. I can forgive in many layers, and then there might still be a part where I haven't forgiven yet, or where I still had to grow in a greater love, so I can forgive that too, and I can release more and more and more and more and become bigger and bigger and bigger in love. And this journey for me, even though I've been trying the last, 10 years to share it maybe in a linear way or in a clean way or in a clear way that is understandable. Like I try to somehow either organize everything or to share the clarity that sometimes within myself it's very clear. And then I try to explain it and becomes one big blurry mess. Or there is just so many things that I have no idea like where to start, and I just start somewhere. So this whole journey, it's been messy, and I think there is maybe no way around the mess. And there is just kind of this trust and faith in this unfolding, and that somehow things make sense, but they often only make sense afterwards, and not in the moment itself. So it's chaotic. And it's been chaotic, and maybe our brain doesn't like things to be chaotic. It likes things to be organized and structured and to know where things are going. But maybe another key is to surrender into the chaos and to trust that whatever is moving through you will guide you, even if your mind has no clue where we're going and cannot understand it. Allowing stuff to be is what allows energy to move and clearing the blocks. And it doesn't matter if your mind has no clue what's happening. So I welcome in this divine chaos, and I trust the journey of my soul, of becoming who I am, of integrating all. Much love.